ethnic minority living in Ninh village, Đăk Nông commune, to the district Đăk Nông province. As a member ethnic minority, mainly in remote and marginal southern area, like other children here, I encounter obstacles and difficult to go to school. I should have been married at my age and now living with my husband and children in accordance with most customs, but now I am attending at school. Currently, I am a student of class 11 at Phạm High School. With a desire to study and a burning dream in my heart, I have chosen the path of education to develop myself and enlighten my future. However, to realize my dream is not easy for me as well as other children here. The concept of early marriage among people still remains. Young boys and girls aged 14, 15 have had to get married, partly due to the influence of ideology of backward parents. They always search their children to get married quickly to help their family. Those factors influence the thinking and perception of young people. They have to quit their study in the middle to help their families. However, in order to firmly go on my desire, I have gone through many mental and physical difficulties. Entering the junior high school, I had to leave from my family. Lived in lodgings. The school is just over 8 kilometers from home, but the road is too difficult to go home in a day. I had to stay in a small house covered with just iron sheet, and so for difficult and challenging academic years come to me, being away from home is not a big problem to me. Being alone in a small deserted house, surrounded by woods only, and few people live around, which was my biggest challenge. A girl who just beginning to reach adulthood had to deal with the danger. The worst case could happen to her at any time. I sometimes heard somewhere that successive cases of child abuse happened in the area where I was living. Times of being intimidated are when I settle into madness, hiding the tantrum anger in the heart. It really is the time when you can only look that but cannot say. Without surrendering to the situations, I forced myself to resist, face with those difficult dangers. Everything became an obsession for me at night, coming for many years. Lack of food and water is a problem that I endured during my 4 years studying there. I had to walk nearly 2 kilometers just to get a town with a can of water for cooking. How difficult it is, but I never had a thought of giving up. I did everything by chopping nuts, courage nuts, and enduring to overcome the seemingly unbearable difficulties. I always worked hard to achieve good results throughout the 4 years of junior school. Entering senior school environment, I had to choose a suitable school so that I could study and develop my outstanding aspect, and I chose Phạm High School as the next school for me to study and develop. So once again, I was away from my family and lived in lodgings because it was a long distance from my house to my school. Difficult continued coming to me. I entered a new society with more bustle, more relationships. To integrate into a new society is a very difficult process for someone that used the peaceful cover of mountains and forest. It took me more than a year to get acquainted, catch up with the lifestyle in the town. Despite the lack of money and material of the family, I struggled every day to continue studying. I am fortunate not to have my family's discouragement or forced to stop studying. I have overcome modern conceptual barriers in a way of thinking, physically and mentally, with the biggest vigor and encouragement to continue to rise and constantly persuade my family to be supportive for chasing my dreams. Because I realized that only study can help people get rid of the ordinary nature of human being. Then they can do big and great things to benefit themselves, their family, and society as well. I put my ethnic community in the first place, a goal for myself to strive even now and in the future. My ambition, my wish to have is to become a successful person, having a powerful one to be able to spread out meaningful and good messages for society in general and my community in particular, to set a good example for the less fortunate children or for those who have not been able to manage on their own, and get rid of obstacles in life, to help them have confidence to reach a bright future. I want to inspire and motivate the children of our ethnic group, try to help them a little and change the thinking apparent in old and outdated concepts. I know that right now I have nothing in my hand. I am a student at a high school. All big and difficult challenges are still available there, but to me, nothing is impossible. I have enough confidence, strong will, and great courage to set a goal and do it. Whether success comes sooner or later, I am sure that I will get down, because I believe in myself.
Someday I wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind.
I always try every day, constantly study and practice to perfect develop myself as much as possible every day in the most comprehensive way.
That's where